Hello everybody, thank you very much for joining me today for another Twilight Zone video in my Twilight Zone ranking series, where I rank every episode of the original Twilight Zone from my least favorite to my favorite. Today I'll be talking about number 32, The Trade-Ins, written by Rod Serling and directed by Elliot Silverstein. This is a season 3 episode, and as always there will be spoilers. So The Trade-Ins is certainly another classic Twilight Zone episode, well-paced, and also has one of the most moving Twilight Zone endings, at least in my opinion. It's also very well written and directed, and I just think it's a very heartfelt episode of the show. So, the acting by Joseph Schildkraut as John Holt and Alma Platt as Marie Holt is also very good. So, this episode starts with an elderly couple. Their names are John and Marie, and they visit this place where you can basically swap bodies, and this couple is interested in getting younger, having younger bodies. And there's a man there named Mr. Vance. He's like a salesman of sorts, I guess you could say, and he explains all the details of the process and tells them that most people are totally satisfied with the procedure, but that within a week you can change your mind and be put back in your old body. And this whole thing is a bit strange, honestly, but also very interesting. So it turns out the cost of this is $5,000 per person, but the couple don't have enough for both. They only have enough for one of the procedures to take place. So the wife, Marie, wants her husband to be the one to get the new body because he has a lot of ongoing health issues, but he refuses to do it without her. And this is all very touching at this point. So the husband, John, has this plan. He decides he's going to gamble to try and get the rest of the money that the couple needs. He decides to get into this high-stakes poker game to try and win the money so he and his wife can both have the procedure together. So he's playing against a man named Faraday and some others, and John loses most of his money, naturally. So he goes all in on the last hand, and after telling Faraday his story, the man basically lets John win, so he winds up breaking even. And I have to say, this scene is very well done, very suspenseful, and well acted. And I did really feel bad for John at this point, and it was interesting how this gentleman, Faraday, handled the situation. So John's new plan, now that didn't work out, is to get a new body and then earn enough money to get the procedure for his wife as well. So John does actually get the new body, and it's kind of a creepy scene when he comes out, but his wife seems happy at first, but eventually breaks down at knowing that she will still be elderly and he'll be much younger. So John decides to use the option of getting his old body back, and the couple leave together, still elderly, but still caring very much about each other. And now I am deeply moved. So I really think I'm getting more sentimental as I get older, and this ending touched me greatly, and I could not help but feel for this couple. I also just thought the whole concept of this episode was very interesting and thought-provoking, and was emotional without being sappy, which I always appreciate. And overall, I think The Trade-Ins is a great story. I was invested in the characters and like how the story was touching, but also with some suspense, and it was a little creepy as well, in my opinion. And I also thought the episode was just very well acted from beginning to end, and I feel this episode does leave a lasting impact. So overall, The Trade-Ins comes in at number 32 on the list. As always, feel free to leave me a comment on if you like this episode or not. Thank you very much for your support, and thanks for watching.